I don't hope you believe everything I'm about to tell, but I thank you for your attention. People often say ghosts are attached to a place, either to where they lived or where they died. We've all heard stories about someone arriving in a new home and encountering a spirit as if they were the real inhabitants and the living were the intruders. Beyond fear, there's sometimes a strange empathy, as if the presence behind the walls can't mean harm. That's why what happened to my family is different. It's hard to explain. I'm going to tell you what my family lived through for just over 2 years, and I still remember the first moment I noticed it. For me, it began on a Sunday night, when we were getting ready to watch a movie. My dad is a huge movie fan. He had hundreds of VHS tapes from video stores, and he kept them even after the ones we had went unreadable around 2005. My sister and I chose The People Behind the Walls by Wes Craven. After only a few minutes, something caught our attention, a little voice singing, like a girl humming along. The Blue Star by Pinocho. We were late noticing it, but the voice didn't come from the TV. My dad paused the movie and looked at me, completely confused. "Stay here," he told us, and he began to check the house, slowly, carefully, room by room. I don't know why, but there was something in that voice that terrified us. Something about it made us realize it wasn't safe. It isn't instinctive to be afraid of a girl singing, except when you know there is no girl in your house. When he checked the last corner, the humming stopped. I've never been able to listen to that song again. I haven't even thought about seeing Pinocho or The People Behind the Walls since. My dad wanted us to keep watching, so he put the movie back on, and we pretended everything was normal. But deep down, we all knew something had changed forever. Even the popcorn tasted bitter that night. In the days that followed, we carried a kind of hopelessness. Like once you know something isn't alive as in your home, no one can truly help you. 2 or 3 days later, my mother woke me in the middle of the night with a desperate scream. Seconds later, I heard my father's voice, trying to calm her. He ran into their room. My sister was already there, standing at the door. My mom was crying, sitting next to the bed. My dad hugged her and pulled her close. He told us to sleep in my grandmother's room, together. That room hadn't been lived in since my grandmother died years earlier. It kept all her things exactly as they were, and it was the only room on the second floor without windows, so my dad sent us there. In the morning, we found out what had caused my mother's scream. She'd had a nightmare. In the dream, she was searching the house for that girl. But in the dream she wasn't alone. Something was helping drive the search, like it wanted her to find it. Then she heard a scream, stunning, as if it came from inside her own head. She opened her eyes, waking up to realize she was the one screaming. And right in front of her, in the window of that second floor room, there was the face of a girl without eyes, smiling from ear to ear, as if it were floating just to watch her. My dad woke up at the same moment. The hardest thing for him was calming my mom and convincing her that there was nothing in the window, because he could also see it clearly and knew it was empty. This thing, whatever it was, not a girl, had come to our house and decided, at least for a time, not to torment us. I can't say we believed in ghosts before that. The truth is, nothing supernatural had ever happened to us. But my parents started living with constant stress, far beyond the economic worries my dad already had. Sometimes we could still joke, even act normal. Until we noticed that the day was ending, that night was coming, and that the presence was getting closer. The girl, at least that's what we called her, became less shy. The first time I truly saw her clearly, she moved through the dining room toward the living room. She passed as if she had a right to the place, taking my computer as if to use it, and leaving the television on as background noise, a bad habit I had. I glanced at a white stain on the table and froze. It looked like an animal. Then I nearly died laughing, because when I moved my head, I saw what was happening out of the corner of my eye. A girl in a white dress, sitting on the table like a gargoyle. She looked positioned between the table and her own silhouette, cutting into the air as if she were reaching toward us. And she smiled. I don't know how, but I can swear to you that I was smiling too, almost unconsciously. I watched as it stood up, inch by inch, while appearing more and more solid. And I'm sure it didn't fit anywhere, yet it did. Like my own mind didn't want to accept what my eyes saw. Then it was just my sister and me. I don't know how I moved, but my only reaction was to run to my mother and shout at her, except I wasn't truly speaking to her at all. It was panic, not logic. My sister heard me and ran to me. And that thing vanished into the air, or at least that's what it felt like. It's strange, but I consider that moment important. Even though I didn't know what I was really doing, I still ended up talking to my mom. And I still do it now, even though she's no longer with us. People say ghosts can't hurt you, but I saw how that presence consumed my mother, slowly, night after night, until one day she couldn't take it anymore. 3 months after it began, the thing was becoming more visible to all of us. We could feel it watching, and sometimes it appeared behind us and then disappeared. But then it appeared in front of my mother. She described it as a girl with an old-fashioned face, sometimes with no eyes. Her skin looked more rotten with every appearance, but she always wore that macabre smile. It was a Tuesday like any other. I'd spent the entire afternoon with my girlfriend. At 7:30 I got a call from my dad. My mother had decided to commit suicide. She hung herself in my grandmother's room. The only place where that thing didn't go. My sister found her shortly afterward. The ambulance people told my father that my mother had died only minutes before my sister's call for emergency. For months, there was only one detail we kept to ourselves. My father and I knew it, and we didn't want to torment my sister with the idea that maybe, by arriving a few minutes earlier, we could have saved my mother. When my sister told us what she'd seen, we understood why the timing had mattered. She said that when she opened the door, someone pushed her from inside, like she was being blocked. And she laughed. Not a normal laugh. That little girl laugh. The same laugh we'd heard before. We listened all night, as if it was mocking us.